Testing.
Are we live?
I think so.
I just announced that I was totally unprepared, which seems like a silly announcement. Have I ever been prepared? Like ever in the history of this show?
Not so much.
Yeah, nope. So
that's not how I describe you, as being prepared for the show. For other things.
I'm not a Boy Scout, am I?
No, definitely not.
No.
Girls
can be Boy Scouts now, though, which is cool.
Yeah,
because
scouts are scouts.
It should just be scouts. Yeah,
just
I don't.
Scouts.
The stuff that they do in Girl Scouts, I mean, other than the cookies, it's kind of BS. Like, they literally get a badge for hair and nails. I just think that's incredibly lame.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
That's really stupid. That's not scouting. Scouting is being outdoors.
I guess scouting can encompass some other things.
Well, you can make pot holders. That's good.
Well, that's not technically outdoors. I mean, you could make them
but you can use them with your pots outside.
I guess.
On the campfire.
I just think, like...
And the sit-a-pons. Did you make sit-a-pons?
I remember sit-a-pons. Yes. With a little, oilcloth layer in them, right? So that you don't get moisture on your butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For outdoor sitting.
Yeah. No, I taught a dance class once for like 45 minutes for some Girl Scouts, and they literally got their dance badge from that class. And it wasn't me giving the badges. I would not have given anybody a badge for 45 minutes of dancing. I mean, hello,
just
danced my whole life, have no badge.
It's fun to get badges, though, isn't it?
Kinda.
I mean, even if they're meaningless, they look nice.
Surprise Facebook badges now and then, because I guess I comment on, I'm like a super fan on a couple pages, which I had no idea. Every once in a while I just go and like something on somebody's whatever business or music or whatever page. And then after a while it just sends me something that says, you get a super fan badge or whatever.
Oh.
What is that?
I don't know.
I guess you get that little badge next to your name when you post. It just seems... like a kind of lame incentive.
Well, then you have to post a lot.
I didn't realize I had posted a lot. I guess I just posted more than some other people.
Exactly. It depends on how popular the page is. So I never got to be a super fan, I don't think.
I've done it like twice now.
Maybe I should
really
try.
Did not overly post anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm not a big poster every place else. I post on my page because it's my journal and it's just like where I keep track of everything.
Yeah.
And I look at everybody else's stuff, but I'm not a big like poster or commenter on other people's things.
Yeah.
So I'm befuddled by my super fan status.
I've been commenting a lot on people's pages.
I've been trying to like things more just because
it's nice.
It's nice. And I do like it. I just don't click that button as I scroll. I just don't.
It gives the person who gets the like gets a sort of peaceful, easy feeling from looking at the fact that you liked it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want that peaceful, easy feeling
It's a peaceful.
Yeah.
I can't even think of that melody right now.
I have a couple pages that are pinned to the top of my newsfeed. So they're things that I always see first. And
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, they
prioritize things. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, heirloom gardener. I think I've said that before. Heirloom gardener. That's good because it's very positive. And then Chris walks the UK. It's this veteran who's walking the coastline of the whole UK. So he's in the Shetlands now.
He should get a Shetland pony.
He has a dog. And he has a tent. He just got a new tent because sometimes his tents get blown down because it's pretty bad
very
weather.
Windy on the coast of the UK.
Especially the Shetlands. That's about as far north as you can go.
That's why those ponies have such mussy hair.
That's why?
Yeah, because it's windy.
They have mussy hair here too.
Right, but the Shetland ponies have really mussy hair.
Okay. Okay, I didn't think there was a difference, but... Do they really come from Shetland?
I don't know.
That would be very
originally,
cool. He should ride a pony.
I think there's a kind of sheep that comes from there too, probably.
He could have a pony and a dog.
He should totally have a pony.
You could have both.
Of course you could.
He hasn't thought
Shetland
of that.
ponies are quite small and compact.
They
travel easily.
I just want to say he's raising money. He's not just walking for the heck of it.
Good.
He's fundraising for veterans.
Oh, nice.
In the UK.
That's cool.
So it's great. I watch Chris walk the coast.
Okay.
The coast
Is his last name actually Walk?
No.
Oh. His name is Chris.
Yeah.
And
he walks.
Pause.
He walks the coast. Yeah.
Okay.
Chris walks the coast. I think that's just what popped into my head. I think that's what it is.
Okay. What else?
Yeah. That's it. Pinned. Those are the only pinned ones.
Oh, okay.
Those are my
two. How do you pin? I don't know how to pin things. It's like
you just go to the page.
Yeah.
And you just check some of those things that say follow.
I do that.
You can customize how you follow people.
This sounds
and
complicated.
how you follow. No, it's not. It just takes presence of mind.
I would like to unfollow a few people who I don't want to unfriend, but I'm just sick of listening to their whining every minute.
I did that today.
I need to do it. I've never done it before because I'm just usually whatever. Everybody can feel however they want, and that's fine. But there's a few people that I'm just like, oh my God, you're just dragging me down.
Yeah, I do it a lot.
It's not like I don't like you or I don't want to know you anymore, but your whining is causing me anxiety.
Yeah.
So I don't want to listen to it constantly.
Right.
I could just not go on Facebook because pretty much Facebook is wine book.
And sometimes that's good because sometimes it's misery loves
I know,
company.
and sometimes it's me. Sometimes it's me doing the whining. So here I am being a horrible hypocrite. Do I want people to unfriend me because I'm whining?
Well, they can.
Whatever.
They can. It's a democracy.
Yeah, they can. I would feel sad because I don't whine. I don't whine that. I don't whine that much. I try to limit myself to 2 whines a month. I mean, I'm not really thinking about it in numbers, but I start to get uneasy if I feel like I've complained more than a couple times.
Yeah, except you post lamb pictures and stuff.
Yeah, so I think I offset it.
You offset it quite
major cuteness and happiness.
Yeah, and you're doing crafts with your grandmother, Grammy Sammy.
Yeah,
yeah,
that was cool. I totally tricked her this week, and she thought she taught me how to do needlepoint, and I already knew how to do it, and she thought I was amazing. I was so quick.
Yeah. You are quick,
super proud. Oh my goodness, my granddaughter picks this up in 2 seconds, and I didn't want to be I've been doing this for years. Yeah. It's fine.
She just forgot that she
didn't. She didn't. I've never done needlepoint with her, I don't think, but I have done it before.
I see.
When I work at the Tunbridge Fair, if I'm not working in that colonial kitchen where I'm busy all the time because I'm cooking things and I'm greasy and dirty, when I work in the schoolhouse or another place where you have to sort of stand stagnant and just talk to people.
Stand stagnant.
I don't know the word.
Nice.
You don't have a task. You're just there to answer questions and give a little spiel now and then. So I picked up needlepoint years ago because I would do it in there because it gave you something to do that looked authentic, and it made you seem busy when somebody unsavory was just talking to you for a long time, and you just wanted to direct your attention elsewhere.
Sure.
And kind of give them the brush off.
Right.
I could just pick up my needlepoint and go back at it.
Yeah, or if somebody comes by you don't want to talk to, then you could just start. You could look down at your handwork.
Some really complicated knots and stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, I don't know. I can't think of anything that's much more of a turn off to men than a Victorian granny doing embroidery. I mean, maybe not. Maybe some people are creepy that way, but it so far seemed a good way
those
to...
older men who come visit you at the museum. They seem to like that.
The grandmother fetishists.
Yes. The grandmother fetishists. Exactly. You know, we should start like an old timer segment. I was thinking of this on the show because we need to check up on some old timers.
My dad has just started constantly calling himself a geezer, like geezer this and geezer that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you're past geezer. Like, just...
What do you mean he's past?
I don't know. Like, I don't know why he's suddenly stumbling upon this word right now. Like that word was like for ages ago. Nobody even says that anymore. And I was like, Dad, you don't actually fit into this geezer category. If you were going to be a geezer, you'd have to drive like a big, heavy, like Lincoln Continental without any shocks or something. Like you just have to, and you'd have to wear like golf pants. I don't know. Like he just doesn't fit in my, like when I hear the word geezer, like a picture goes in my head and it's not of my dad.
Well, are there still geezers?
I don't know. That's what I mean. Like that was a word from like before.
When did you ever see one? Lately?
I haven't.
You haven't seen. Have you seen?
They've disappeared. They've gone extinct.
Excuse me.
What?
Have you seen codgers?
Codgers seem to be a little bit more in existence than geezers.
Okay. What about?
I would say.
But old timer.
Old timer, yes, definitely.
Okay.
They're still around.
Old Dickerman.
You made that up, so I can't really associate it to anybody I know.
So you're saying you don't have any news?
No.
On old Dickerman?
No.
We could make some up.
No. I came down that road, or Dickerman.
Old man Dickerman.
Because my car's not good on the icy stuff, and so I had to...
That's a nice road.
No, I didn't take Dickerman. I took the whatever that Chelsea Mountain Road is next to it instead.
Oh.
Coming back from Randolph, because I needed pavement.
Which one?
The one further toward you.
Okay.
The one that goes by the place with the pumpkins and stuff. And the lumber yard. And the gravel pit.
Oh, yeah. East Randolph Road.
Yeah,
okay.
I usually don't take
paved.
that.
That's paved.
Right, I had to take that. I usually take Dickerman or the other back road that goes up and comes down by my sister's. But I couldn't the other day because I had to go for pavement, and I never take that paved road. But
I'm blanking on that one. The farm. What's the farm?
I don't know. I can't think of it. But they always have the sign at the bottom for the pumpkins and the...
Yeah.
I mean, not right now, obviously, but...
Okay. What? I thought of a fantastic word that rhymes with narcissist. What? Can you think of one? This is going to blow your mind. See, it's like rhyming with orange, which is really hard. Narcissist.
I don't know.
Okay. Ready?
What about just cyst?
No.
Does it have to have more syllables? Hey, when you rhyme something, does the rhyming word have to have the same amount of syllables as the other word you rhymed with?
Don't change the subject.
I'm just asking, Miss English
you can do whatever you want.
Well, I know, but...
It's a free country.
Does it sound more fluid if it has the same amount of syllables?
We are setting brush fires of freedom.
Okay. All right. Tell me what rhymes with it.
Apple crisp.
Whoa.
Isn't that cool? And you know what made me think of it?
My sister.
No, the apple crisp at your show.
Right, my sister made it. That's what I was thinking.
It was so good.
Oh, good.
And it was with a fresh local ice cream. Vanilla.
I didn't actually eat any.
It was my favorite.
I am eating the ice cream, though, because there was like half a tub left. And we were going to just save it for the next fundraiser, but we realized the next fundraiser is a year away, and that would be disgusting. It would be all frostbitten. So we're like, let's just eat it.
Oh, let's just eat it. We're going to have to knuckle down, suffer through the rest of this ice cream from Stratford
Mostly Matt
Creamery.
is eating it, like, pretty much solo. But
he's big.
He could almost probably polish that off.
He could just inhale it in like one
It wasn't
sitting.
that much, but...
Yeah, that show was great.
Good.
It was so much fun. Did you have fun? How was it?
It was good. I liked it. And the kids raised a ton of money, and that's awesome. And now we don't have to fundraise until, like,
from Apple
next
Crisp.
Year. From Apple Crisp and
the show.
The ticket sales and sponsors and 50-50 raffle tickets.
So Rusty gave you a cut?
Yeah.
That's really nice.
I know.
He works so hard. I'm thinking, how does he work so hard?
He really does. And he was super sick for that show, too. I felt awful for him.
Yeah.
He powered through it. But
he did.
And I don't think the audience knew that he was sick. I knew he was sick because I know. But, like, I think he did a really good job of hiding the fact that he was incredibly sick.
He was kind of making fun of himself when he forgot stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I figured something was up.
Yeah.
But he knows how to deal with it.
He does.
Because he has to go, he's a one-man.
Improv is pretty good.
That's the thing, is he's very good at improv. That was impressive. So, yeah.
And working a crowd, that's a tricky one because, like, you never know what someone's reaction is going to be. So you have to be prepared.
Yeah, especially multi-generational.
To somehow combat anything.
Yeah. He's pretty racy. He says stuff that I was surprised he'd say in front of kids. Don't you think?
The show is pre-rated, so parents know. It says SC on the bottom of all of his things.
What does that mean?
Some cussin'.
Some cussin'.
And it says, fun for the whole family. Almost.
Yeah, the people that don't like...
the only kids that were there were the kids that were fundraising, and I told each and every parent ahead of time exactly what to expect. So they were like, okay. So I was like, if you don't want your kid to hear some...
Were there any
some
complaints?
words that they maybe haven't heard...
Were there any complaints?
No,
because that's good. You just give them, tell them
if you don't want to hear that,
happening.
you just stay in the basement.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, Apple Crisp, narcissist.
See? Isn't that good?
Kinda.
Yeah, maybe it rhymes with orange, too. Apple Crisp, orange. Nah, no, it doesn't, actually.
Well... I feel at a loss without a list. I mean, not that I ever... there's nothing on my list ever, but just having the piece of paper...
Want a suggestion?
Well, maybe I'll just pull a blank piece of paper in front of me because it'll make me more.
Yeah. I want us to talk about the gas pump in Chelsea.
I haven't used it in ages. I hate pumping gas. Like, if I can avoid it, I always do.
Well, did you realize... I just finally realized that it's like premium on one side... Like, I kept pulling up.
What?
Every time I came up to it, there's always somebody on the other side. And so I thought, well, what the heck? I'll just use this side. And I pull up and I'd go, oh, it looks like it's broken. It's just premium on this side. But actually, that's always the case.
Can you pull the hose around? Like, if you accidentally park on one side? I did not know this.
That'd be kind of sketchy.
Yeah, it would, but...
Yeah, so the street side is premium. And I've fallen for it. I fell for it like 2 or 3 or 4 times.
I've definitely pumped gas on that side before.
Yeah, because I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy to wait till the person on the other side.
Car on gas pumps.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's tight. It's tight
gas
there.
Isn't bad enough by itself.
Yeah,
I just hate it. They're all tight. All gas stations, and you have to like squeeze, or then maybe you have to like back up if everyone's parked all funky. I hate it. It's
high pressure. It's high pressure because guys in trucks look at you.
I know, and they're bigger, and they can actually see. Like, I have no visibility in my car, so backing
down.
up is a risk.
They look down.
To me. Yeah.
It makes you feel
I want a truck
nervous.
so bad. I feel so much better when I'm driving a truck.
I know. Round here, it really is better to have a truck.
I can just see. I'm too short.
I know.
And my cars sit me like even down lower. Like, I'm like riding my butt on the pavement pretty much.
My Honda's an improvement.
Your Honda's nice and tall.
Yeah, I feel better. But I still would prefer a truck, I think. I miss the Ford.
I always feel safer.
Did you ever miss a truck? Do you have any car?
Yeah, I miss trucks.
Nostalgia. Mm-hmm. Like what? Which car? What truck?
Well, first, I do miss my Subaru because I just felt safer driving in the winter with that. And then I miss my grandpa's truck that I drove for a little bit. But my dad actually owns it now, and he drives it, so I don't get to drive it anymore. It's always broken anyway.
Yeah.
But, like, that was just right because it wasn't a big truck. It was just a, like, medium, normal-sized truck.
Yeah.
But I could see.
I had a Cherokee wagon once. I liked
nice
that. It was brown, but it only had it for a few months because it wouldn't start in the winter. And as soon as I discovered that was kind of the end of it.
Yeah, deal breaker.
Because I was in Lincoln back then. I was
a little shocked that mine car started this morning.
It was a slow start.
Grumpy. Yeah, it was a slow start, and I did have to like whack the gas a whole bunch of times before it would come to. But
yeah. And
I learned my lesson and didn't park it facing north. You wouldn't think that the direction you face your car should matter so much, but in our driveway,
the sunlight.
Our driveway is right between the house and the barn, and this huge north wind blows up right like it's like a wind tunnel between the two. And if you face your vehicle,
yes,
if you just nose into the parking lot and park that way, then they won't start. And you turn the other way, and it's a little protected. It's really weird.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, time for a song.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
What do you have lined up for us today?
I have, let's see, it's called Last Time You Came Around. And it's Beth Duquette and Richard Ruane. Cool. And I like to call them Beth Du and Richard Rue. I shortened it this morning because I thought that's a mouthful to say all those names, those 4
Have you run this by them?
No.
Oh, all right.
But I think it sounds kind of cool. They might start doing it themselves, possibly, since It's
like J-Lo.
Yeah, it's like J-Lo, right?
Which is actually my sister, because my sister's name is Jennifer Loftus, so we call her J-Lo all the time.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, she deserves it.
She totally does.
Okay, let's see.
All right.
Here we go.
Play 'em.
Here we go.
Some friends told me they saw you today. So you're back in town, should I run the other way? Well, I say, maybe the past is all done at last. The future still waits to be found. No reason to fear, be no hearts breaking here like the last time you came around. Maybe you're on a straight path again. I'm standing on solid ground. No tricks up your sleeve and no thoughts to deceive like the last time you came around. But tell me, darling, is there trouble to see? I'm not looking to fight, but I won't go peacefully. Why don't you stop and take a good look about? You're a hard one to trust. I've got nothing but done. Maybe there's no cause for worry now. You've come back sound and sound. No need for alarm, no one's coming to harm like the last time you came around. I got 99 reasons to doubt you now. 99 more can be found. Oh, show me you're true, won't be lied to by you like the last time you came around. But tell me, darling, is there trouble to see? I'm not looking to fight, but I won't go peacefully. Why don't you stop and take a good look about? You're a hard one to trust. I've got nothing but doubt. Maybe there's no cause for worry now. Everything's sad and sound. I won't be easily led by some sweet words you said like the last time you came around. There's no need for alarm, won't be coming to harm like the last time that you came around. Last time that you came around.
That was good. That was good for Valentine's,
I know,
right?
it was.
I didn't even realize. I think that was brilliant.
That was. We forgot to introduce the show, Christina, but
Yeah.
whatever. Like, I assume if people are listening, they know. They know what they're listening to.
Maybe not. There might be a few that just don't have a clue.
Maybe. But you guys who don't have a clue, let me clue you in. Wait. It's the train. I'll have to clue you
It's
in
the
after the
train.
train. I'm
Okay.
sorry. This
right.
is too important to Christina.
Yeah.
I gotta go to the window. Well, I'm gonna get to the window. Hold on. Although it's kind of
And
frosted
tell me what you feel like right now. Just go in deep into it. What do you think? Yeah.
Woo. I'm thinking it's cold, and I wonder how the heat is in those train
trains?
cabs.
Yeah.
I had the heat so cranked up in the cab in my car yesterday, because I was just popping down to the fairgrounds. So I was going to ski with my sister, and the heat was. It didn't occur to me that if I put my skis in the car and then I crank the heat when I get out of the car, my skis will just stick to the snow and they won't slide.
Right.
So that went on for a while.
You're a space potato.
I am a space potato, except for that space part.
They found a space potato. Actually,
They are. Somebody said they're hearing like signals from like 16 billion light years away that repeat every or some many millions of light years away. They repeat every 16 minutes.
We have spacecraft out at Pluto, and you thought Pluto didn't exist.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
I
you
was.
did.
I told you I was
You
Pluto in the
said.
first grade play. I said I was disgruntled because they knocked Pluto off our planets list, and I was really angry because that's the part I played in first grade in the planets play, and I felt
You felt
like
slighted.
yeah, because that was me. Because Pluto's the smallest, and I was the smallest, and that's how I got cast in that role.
Yeah, I guess I didn't remember that correctly.
Well, it's okay.
But I just don't feel bad then because Pluto, they're taking pictures of Pluto and the space potato, which is just a little bit beyond Pluto.
What is this space?
Well,
potato?
it's kind of a space vegetable. I mean, it looks like a peanut, actually.
Is it growing or is it just a rock?
Some kind of rock.
Well,
Like with two parts that smashed into each other, but you know how they smashed into each other?
no.
Just at walking speed. Is that
I
funny?
think that's enough in space. Like everything is just more there.
What, you can't walk in space?
No, I mean if they smash into each other at walking, they're probably like now fused permanently together because
I see. Because it had more
it's
of an
like-
impact.
It's just more there.
Yeah, I think you're right. And did you hear about the guy who ordered pizza in Wisconsin?
No,
You didn't?
no.
He-
I've been like
You've been
off my
really out
game
of it.
online
You've
lately
been
because
totally
I've just been
out
out
of
in the
it.
barn
Yeah,
and all sticky and gooey with sheep goo. So
sheep goo.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're missing out, obviously, on some really
I
cool
know.
stuff that's
okay,
going
what
on.
about the pizza guy in Wisconsin?
He ordered this pizza, but by mistake, he ordered it in Vermont. Isn't that funny?
Oh my
Like,
God.
I guess it must have been a wrong number or something like that. So he went on social media. This was brilliant. He went to Reddit, I think, and there's a page for Vermont.
Yeah.
And he just said, hey, here, I'll read what he said. He said, hey, I ordered a pizza at the wrong place. I'm not even in the state. If you want this pizza, here you go. Better hurry. You get a 2-liter Pepsi, too. This is for you. Hope you like it. Love, Zach from Wisconsin. So somebody got the pizza. I hope there wasn't a whole crowd of people fighting over it because, it could be like 10 people showed up down there. It was in Essex Junction.
I hope it wasn't like drugged or something too.
No, Zach from Wisconsin. You could trust
I guess they
Zach from
don't have
Wisconsin.
any drugs in Wisconsin.
Well, they have meth labs, probably.
The phrase meth lab, I think, is very misleading. Like, I think of some scientific thing with, like,
Test tubes.
stainless steel countertops
But
and
it
stuff.
is.
And it's
They
actually...
do.
No, I think they're just, like, shaking up crap in, like, soda bottles or something in a basement.
They
It's
wouldn't
not
call
like-
it. No, they wouldn't call it a lab if it didn't have some kind of laboratory element.
No. I
Why?
don't think the people that are doing it are, like, laboratory
You
types.
don't know anything about meth labs.
I know. I don't even know what meth looks like.
So
What
don't
is
even
it?
pretend
Is
that
it like...
you don't know. You hate science.
Is it a powder or a liquid or a like what is it?
Let's see. Let me think. Let me put my thinking cap on.
And all those drugs are they like powder and then
You
they
know-
turn into like you add something to them?
You can have it in different forms usually.
Well, I'm just wondering cuz like you see in movies and things I've read about like heroin, people are shooting it with like needles, right?
Yeah.
So therefore it has to be liquid. You can't shoot a powder or solid into your veins, right? It's what they're But do they heat it and then it turns into a liquid?
Wait, do I look like somebody who knows?
No,
like,
I'm just wondering because you are more worldly than I am.
Oh, I didn't. I
Cocaine is just plain a powder, right? Because that's the thing that everyone snorts.
I have a bunch of friends who had addictions. But we didn't talk about the specifics of how they shot up, you know?
Alcohol, I understand. It's fully liquid. Except if it's like a Jell-O shot, and then it's like kind of gelatin. You can chew it a little.
God, you know a lot about
things. And I think that some people make
you're holding
these
out
popsicles.
Where have you seen these things? Are you like, were you hanging out on the weekend?
I run a wedding. I run a wedding venue in rural Vermont. Okay,
and they do Jell-O.
If anybody knows about Jell-O shots, it's me.
I don't know what Jell-O.
Somebody's auntie brought 2,000 cherry Jell-O shots to one of our weddings.
Jell-O's so gross. Who eats Jell-O?
You don't eat it. It's just a vehicle for
it gets sterilized actually by the alcohol. It kills whatever it is in Jell-O that makes it so repulsive.
No, I don't think so, but it does stain your barn floor if you have a wedding of 250 people and they get 2,000 Jell-O shots between them all.
No.
And then they miss their mouth like every time they try to throw it back. So there's just like blop, blop.
Show me how you throw it. Show me how you throw it back.
I'm not going to show you how I don't throw it back. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you saw 2,000 people throw it back.
No, I didn't say 2,000 people. I saw 230 people.
You saw 2,000 Jell-O shots going over. Yeah. Like throwing salt over your shoulder. I'm seeing all these.
Pretty much how they did it after a while. They could not hit their mouths anymore.
That's a waste.
Because they'd had a lot of them already. And so they were just like plopping all over the floor.
Well, like, what's
and jelly stain? Jell-O.
What's your limit? How many Jell-O shots can you do before you've like?
I don't know. I guess it amounts. What do you put in them? Do they have vodka in them?
I don't know.
Rum? I don't know either. I don't know what they have in them, Christina.
We don't have a career.
But
as
whatever.
A bartender.
I think you can put as much of it as you want in there. Is what I think. So I don't know how to answer your questions about how much they're getting. It's a lot.
I guess we don't need to know.
Okay.
It's on a need to know basis, some of these things. And if you don't need to know, you don't need to know.
No.
I don't need to know. No. But tonight at the Wagon Wheel,
you
know what the band is playing for Valentine's? You know what it's named?
No.
Foreplay.
Oh my God.
$8.
$8 for foreplay?
No, you get a
That's
dinner.
not a bad deal.
You get dinner and a dance with foreplay.
Oh, wow. And they're going to buy you dinner.
That's Chelsea.
Wow.
Chelsea's always on the cutting edge of the whole area, of the whole like First Branch Valley.
That's pretty cutting edge.
Don't you feel like Chelsea's
dinner,
a little bit ahead of
dance
Tunbridge?
And foreplay for $8?
Yeah, that's Chelsea.
That's a great deal.
Talk about worldliness.
Is it good foreplay?
Worldliness.
Or is it just like...
You ask me these questions just like asking me about Jell-O shots.
Well, you're the one who imparted the information.
Yeah, I just
about
thought you would like to know.
I'm super glad.
Because you're from Tunbridge and you need to grow up. You need to grow up and see what we're doing in the big, big, big town of Chelsea.
What was the wagon wheel called before it was the wagon wheel? The Pines. Ha.
Yeah.
There. I couldn't remember that. I was trying to think of that the other day. Shh. We still didn't introduce the show. 11th hour. 11th hour radio. That's what you guys are listening to before I get distracted again. Coming to you live, 96.5 WFVR LP, Royalton Community Radio, beautiful downtown South Royalton, Vermont. Thank you, sponsors and underwriters, which I would list if I had that paper. But
you can think of them.
No,
yes,
because new ones came. And some got taken away. There's a Safe Line. There's Howvale Farms. There's not Rivendell anymore.
Well, he's not painting right now.
All right.
It's winter. He can't paint outside. Maybe he's painting inside.
There's still Mountain Folk, and there's still Five Old Tavern and Grill. We lost like 2 of them, but then we gained a couple. You know
what?
If they change this, like, more than once every 7 years, like, I have a real hard time remembering. So remember the days when we didn't even have any sponsors and didn't have to remember anything
and didn't remember anything
and still don't,
and now we don't, but we should. Now that the difference is that now that we should, but we don't. So Billie Eilish, do you know who that is?
Mm-hmm. I think you would know. I think it's Billie Eilish.
No.
Eilish.
It's E-I-L. E-I-L.
Did you do the pronunciation thing on your phone? Because I don't know. I need to ask a kid.
No, I looked at an interview or something.
Is it Eilish? Are you sure it's Eilish?
I think so.
But it starts with an E.
Yeah, E-I. It's not Eilish. E-I-L.
I'll have to ask my kid when he gets home from school. My teenage kid will know immediately.
Is she popular with that age group?
Yeah. But see, I always see things in writing, and I don't go around speaking to teenagers like I'm shunned by teenagers at the moment. So
yeah, she's a star though.
She's
like 13. Well, how old is she?
I think she's got to be older than that.
She was 13. Maybe she's 16.
I don't know. She's like a kid though.
She looks tiny. Kid. She looks really tiny, but she acts like Mick Jagger. I mean, in a good way.
Yep.
But the cool thing is, so I don't know how I stumbled across her music or what the heck I was doing watching this music video, but I watched it and then I was reading the comments down below and there was this hilarious comment by this kid, obviously somebody her age, and it said, Billy at 13, famous, me at 13, closing the fridge door slowly to see when the light comes on. I thought that was the funniest thing I heard all week.
I have done that.
Have you? I haven't.
Suspected once that it was just always on, and I thought that was a waste.
Did you really? Did you really do that?
As soon as there's a little catch right over by that as soon as that pops out on the way, it comes on.
Yeah, I guess I've had fridges with kind of barely functional lights. That's living off grid. There fits some,
if you're living off grid, you take the light out so you don't waste the power. Well, as I recall,
theoretically,
that's what we did in our refrigerator when we lived off grid.
Are you kidding?
No,
you just open the fridge for a little while. What does Butch stand in front of the fridge like for 5 minutes and look?
It didn't even have a light because it was a propane fridge. Now that I think about it, because I was remembering that it was dark, and I just assumed my parents took the bulb out. But it was a propane fridge. It didn't have any.
Oh, you have to use a flashlight to look in your fridge. Yeah. I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I use my flashlight, for my oven. You've been at my house, right? You can't set that at night without getting the flashlight out.
Right.
And you can't see in there.
I forget that our oven has a light. It does, though, but I don't use it. It's right by a window. It's always pretty bright in there.
That's fancy.
And it's not a big oven
fancy
like yours.
Pants.
It's a little oven.
Fancy pants.
Can't fit.
You just have so much fancy stuff at your house.
No, it's not a fancy oven because it's a really small oven because you can't even fit 2 cookie sheets in it side by side, which is a real huge pain.
It is. Yeah.
Because it's an old house and the oven is built in, and when we had to get a new one, we had to buy this like teeny little apartment size oven to stick in there because it's the only one that would stick in the hole. And I'm like, this is dumb. We are a family. We need not this tiny miniature oven.
You need foreplay.
We totally need foreplay
to stick in the hole. I'm sorry.
Your jokes are really bad today, like extra bad. Like
it's Valentine's Day, and when you don't have,
you're just shooting the moon with the bad jokes. You have cats. They are just as good.
No, I have some antidotes for people who do not have a Valentine, like cold showers and stuff. No, I do.
This is not the kind of day to take a cold shower. You don't even need one.
No, you take
just
a hot one.
Just stand there.
You
stand there anywhere, and it's like a cold shower.
No. First, you hyperventilate. You sit and you breathe. You breathe for a while, and you kind of hyperventilate. Then you get the hot shower, and then you get the cold shower, and then you put on music and dance and dance and dance. So
I don't all these steps didn't really make sense. Like they were in order.
I read it on Facebook. Oh, where I learn all my things. All my best moves come from Facebook, obviously, because I have no life. So that explains it.
I usually don't have a life. I only have a life just at the moment because I'm a farm slave. But other than that, I don't have a life.
I know it picks up your spirits.
It doesn't. I'm tired and I'm cold all the time.
I know, but you have it's good wholesome work.
And all my
it's different than raising kids
are covered in afterbirth, and I don't like that because I only have a couple pairs of gloves.
But don't you feel like raising teenagers feels kind of thankless?
Yes.
But birthing lambs feels so vital. It makes you feel like alive.
Birthing them, and then I feel bad every time one comes out and it's a boy because I'm like, oh my God, someone's going to eat you. That makes me just horrified every time. I save a life and it's a boy. And I'm like, I'm saving you.
I almost said the F word.
Eaten.
I almost said the F word.
Right now?
Yeah. Because I'm in that kind of a mood. Yeah. But I held back because I didn't want to get the station in trouble.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so.
Because we never do that.
Yeah, it's time for a song again. Can you believe it? Oh, my God. Okay. What's this called? Roadmap Road Mac. That's not correct. Road Map. Back to you. Why did I say Mac? Think about trucks.
Yeah.
Or else burgers. It's burger night at the Whammy Bar, in case anybody lives up that way.
Doesn't the Whammy Bar only seat like 4 people?
Yeah, it's pretty small. Well, not 4.
It's really
there's
small.
like
Really
3.
small,
There's
though.
like 4 tables and a bar.
Is that one in Calais or Cabot? Or
It's at the general store in Maple Corners.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, they have music tonight. Louis Franco, who we play on this show.
Oh, yeah.
He's playing tonight at the Whammy Bar.
I feel really bad for my in-laws because they live in Calais. They live not too far from Maple Corners, but there's no store anywhere. The little general store in their town closed down. They have to.
No, it opened up.
No.
Yes, it did. That's where the Whammy Bar is.
No. This is the other one. This is like
What,
before.
East Calais?
Yeah.
Oh, East Calais.
They just
That
have to
shut
drive
down?
so far. They're like
big.
90 and 96, and they have to drive like so far just to get some like milk or bread or something.
East Calais store? Mm-hmm. That's a bummer.
I know. They did like a GoFundMe and everything, and like I thought they were going to make it, and then they didn't.
Yeah, when the town just has one store and it shuts down, that's a problem.
Yeah, Tunbridge has no store
I mean,
anymore.
if we
It's
lose
really
that gas
upsetting.
pump in Chelsea again, you know
Yeah,
what
that'd be bad.
remember what that was like
That
when
was
Chelsea
awful.
didn't have any gas.
We were always taking gas like cans with us every time we left the house,
Yeah.
just so we could bring gas back
Totally.
because we needed it for cars and things.
Totally.
And I didn't like riding around in a car with gas cans in the
No,
back. It was stinky.
No,
and
it's
disgusting.
awful. I hate that.
Anyway,
I know you have to do it for your lawnmower.
yeah.
All right, here we go. This is a song by Lori Oz. Here we go.
November moon up in the sky, hanging down so low. I swear it'll swallow me alive. 1,600 miles to go. 400 miles down the road, so tired I'm feeling half dead. Time to lay down these bones, find a pillow for my head. Got a road map back to you. I'm on my way back home. I lost my way so many times out here on my own. Out here on my own. Sleep won't let me escape my thoughts, they're burning in my brain. I drink straight from the bottle of devil's brew, trying to ease my pain. Don't know where I've been to, I couldn't begin to tell. One thing I do know for sure, it surely must have been hell. Got a road map back to you. I'm on my way back home. I lost my way so many times out here on my own. Out here on my own. The day I left, you kissed me goodbye with just one thing to say. Stay on the path, don't stray from the road. You're sure to find your way. 100 miles left to go. Too much pavement's come and gone. Soon I'll be standing at your door. Please leave the porch light on. Don't know if I'll get lost again, but baby, if I do, I'll always find my way back home. Got a road map back to you. Got a road map back to you. I'm on my way back home. I
Thank you, Lori. Lori Oz, what a wonderful person she is.
I don't know her, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, try to think how we met, but we did.
Cool.
So, I think since it's Valentine's Day, we should talk about love, get a little update on, do you have any new insights?
I never see my husband, so
Okay,
I'm not really
updates.
sure.
I know,
That's not the only kind of love, though. There's so much. There's so many kinds of love.
That's like gushy stuff. I don't feel gushy ever anymore. I used to always feel gushy. I used to feel gushy about somebody all the time, or ecstatic about, the possibility of romance and stuff. And, I paid a huge price for all that fantasizing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think I still feel that way sometimes.
Well, you should feel, yeah.
I think I'm just too tired to recognize ever what I'm feeling lately.
You do. You have those high moments that you almost forget them because they're so kind of, you skip blissed out. Like when you go on your vacations up north, you probably have these moments that are sort of timeless.
Yeah.
And you're not going to think about it so much later because it's just like melts into you.
That's very poetic of you, Christina.
just came to me. I was feeling like love is really about taking care of things, for me. It's about being kind and it's about accepting what is.
People need to, everyone in the world needs to move away from this Valentine's equals romantic, there's bazillions of ways of loving.
Yeah,
everyone should stop feeling so depressed, oh, I don't have this or I don't have that. Yes, you do. It's just, you're just focusing on this one little facet of love, and that's the littlest part of it.
Well, I know, but we're sort of programmed.
I know, but
love, here's something you can do. You can clean your fridge. Right? Am I right? Get rid of all those rotten vegetables. Ugh. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like you feel so good when you clean your fridge. And
I feel so wasteful and jerky. You know what? How many weeks we have bought pears? Because I love
I do that with celery. I do it with celery.
Pear, beet, goat cheese, and balsamic little salad.
That's nice.
And, you get the pears. They're not ripe. And then, the days go by and you didn't make your salad. And then your pears rot and you throw them away. And then you buy some more pears next week and you start the cycle. This is we're on our fourth round of pears, and we've yet to eat them or make the salad out of them.
I have a theory. I think you get some benefit from buying it and having it near you. I know that sounds weird, but I do, because I get celery because I keep thinking I'm going to make celery juice, and then I don't. So I've gone through 10.
Never buy celery.
10 stalks. What do you call it? Bunches.
Celery is the yuckiest. It's like wood. It's
no, it's fantastic when you squeeze it. It's hard to squeeze, but it can be done.
Why would you do that?
Because you get celery juice and it's so good for you. But what I'm saying is that even if you buy it 10 times, but you don't use it till the 11th time, I think you're still getting the benefit of celery. Because celery, there's a relationship that you're bonding with the celery.
I don't want to bond with celery. I don't like celery. Celery is a weird... Celery... I don't get it. It has a very strong taste for something that does so little.
It's mild. It's not strong. Celery has a strong taste. Are you kidding?
Okay, you're eating.
Why do you put it in peanut butter? Why do you stick it in dip?
I don't put it in peanut butter. I don't put it anywhere if I can help it.
It doesn't taste like anything.
I get really sad when there's a lovely vegetable soup and then somebody has put all this celery in there and you're like, oh.
That's different. That's cooked celery. That's so different. Then you want the flavor that comes out when you cook it.
It's just strong, and I don't understand.
You have to smush it.
It's strong, and all it is a watery, it's the same as iceberg lettuce.
Emily, you know nothing about celery.
Well, I know what I know, and I know that I don't like the taste of it because it's weird. It doesn't taste like anything else.
Well, it's just
the taste of celery.
It's just like with meth labs. You don't know what you're talking about.
That, admittedly, I don't know what I'm talking about. But celery, I've had celery. I've not had meth.
Okay, let's set those brush fires of freedom in the minds of men.
Have you had celeric root?
What? What is that?
It's like a big bulbous thing that tastes like celery, and it's horrible.
Well, I don't go for that. I mean, I know people. I know
it.
people that think it's really cool, and that's cool. Like farmers and people.
Like,
people who do CSA shares think that stuff is really cool. But I wouldn't pick it out. Like if I
like
wouldn't pick it out in a crowd
between
you know what I'm saying?
of ginger and a turnip.
Well, nobody's forcing it on you, so why are you talking
Like if
about it?
ginger and a turnip had a love child, it would be celeriac root.
That's not how you say it anyway.
I don't know. I just know that it's not right.
Well, just don't add that to your worries because nobody's forcing it on you, as I said just a minute ago.
Okay. Right. It sounds like celery is about to be forced on me somehow, though. You're like advocating really hard for celery on this show.
No, I'm just saying that's my thing.
I can't imagine that you love celery this much.
I like the juice. I just can't get to the juicer. There's like a psychological block between me and the juicer.
Where is the juicer?
It's in the kitchen. It's not far from me, but somehow the psychological block is as huge. It's like a 100-mile span.
How long will your celery juice last once you juice it?
You just take it right away, fresh.
Oh,
get
see?
organic
That's what
celery.
your problem is. Deep inside, you don't want it. You're like, oh.
Don't say that.
Emily's right. This is gross.
Don't say that.
Can you freeze it? Can you freeze it in little ice cube trays and then you can add it?
Look, there's lots of good
to
stuff.
Your coffee.
There's
later.
lots of good stuff that I do that I don't like.
Ew.
Like,
can you imagine
like,
celery juice and coffee together?
Can you imagine pink Himalayan salt dissolved in water, taking a shot of that like a Jell-O shot?
I soak my feet in that a lot.
No, you don't.
I do
Epsom
when I don't
salts.
have Epsom salt.
Use Himalaya. That stuff is expensive. Are you kidding
I don't know.
me?
We have a huge box of it. I don't know where
Where'd
it came
you get
from.
it?
I don't know. But it's big and it's annoying because you can't like put it on your food because then you have to like chew on boulders of salt and that is not like how I want my salt in my food. So I don't really have a lot of use for it. So
you
often,
use less because then when
the
you
kids
crunch
have,
down
like,
on it, it's kind
an
of
ingrown toenail or something.
It's
I
a
just
burst
use it.
like Starburst. Like what's Starburst?
It's too
Remember
much.
Starburst? Remember phone tag? Remember when we used to play phone tag?
You and I never played phone
No,
tag
but
because
we did.
We don't phone.
Yes, but with other people, we used to play phone tag. You can't play phone tag anymore. It
Yeah,
doesn't
you
work.
can.
You cannot. There's too many ways to communicate with people.
We still do it.
It's not a valid activity anymore. People don't have answering machines like I do. I have
an answering
one.
machine. We do.
Yeah, but we're weird.
I know.
And mine's wearing out. Like you can't understand. Like so. That's what it sounds like when people leave messages.
No, it's because people are calling you from stupid cell phones that have bad connections. That's why it sounds like that.
It's both.
If people call you from
actually-
a landline, it will sound fine.
No, it's not true.
It is true.
No, it's not. You don't know my answering machine
I know
as
mine.
well as I
know
do.
mine, and yours is
You
probably
have a high
similar
quality
vintage
I don't,
as mine.
No, I don't know. I'd like to know what kind you have.
I don't know, but it plugs in and has little buttons that light up, and it has like a delete and a skip and a
Just
stop
mine's terrible. It's just low quality. AT&T, I think. They don't care. They don't care about us.
no.
They're trying to exterminate the human race.
AT&T is my cell phone provider, and it's the worst ever. It doesn't come in like anywhere ever.
Well,
I just
don't worry.
feel like
I think
all cell phone providers should at least have you should at least be able to use your telephone, like say like on the interstate or scary places where you would need to use a telephone.
Yeah, but the fact is that good things do happen to good people eventually.
Well, then I'm out of luck.
No, that's what Jeff reminded me this week. I think he could tell I was having a little like short bout of depression, and he was like, "Oh, good things happen to good people eventually. ... Eventually. Ugh. ... Eventually."
Yeah, this week in between like the chaos and stuff I had to do, which is awful. I hate it when there's stuff that like I have no choice. I can't prioritize. I can't think of my day in my head and decide like which things need to be done. Like I hate it when things are just like there's things that I have to do and I don't get any choice about that.
Yeah,
like at all. I don't even get any choice in what order to do them. Like I have to do things a certain way, and that always makes me dig in my heels for some reason.
Well, you're talking about animal husbandry.
Yeah, like you don't have any choice. Like, oh well, I'll have my tea and then I'll go do this. Like you don't get that. You have to just
you get your tea when you come back,
if at all.
But your tea tastes better because you can't after you come back.
I'm just saying it like takes away a lot of your any freedom of choice. Like raising animals,
it's good for you. Builds character,
but it makes me feel like really tired and lethargic in between. Like I'm like, oh,
But look what a great person you are.
I'm not, though.
Yes, you are.
I should be a better person than I am.
Oh, don't get better, because then you'll be better than me. I don't want you to be. I don't want to have to be like look up to you.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
I want to look up at the stars.
Did you see
and
that
be friends with you.
super snow moon the other night?
Probably.
That was kind of cool.
That was
even though I don't like space.
No, that was moon in Leo.
Oh,
that was.
Well, it made like shadows. I could take pictures outside with my camera without even a flash and see everything.
I tried to take pictures of icicles in the moon.
Yeah, they were so sparkly and stuff, and the moon was so beautiful. But then my camera just made it be like a big white blob, and then like some other slashes of white where right.
It was better. Like the real thing was better.
Our camera is just going to be equivalent to the human eye. I mean, they can make fake human eyes. Why can't they make a lens that is like a human eye? You know, people donate their bodies to science all the time. They can pick apart an eye and they can figure this out. So like just somebody, I want is sometimes to be able to capture what I really saw. Like that would be amazing. You know?
But then it would just be what you really saw. Then they'd be the same. So what would be the point of taking a picture?
Because you could have it. You could keep it.
The moon is trying to tell you there's a difference still between the picture and the experience.
I know. So I live through like capturing the picture, capturing the memory.
Well, now you have both.
It's so hard for me to keep a memory.
But it keeps you trying for the next time. You're going to be like, maybe this time I'll capture it, and you keep chasing it. You're going to keep chasing it until you fall dead in a ditch somewhere.
That's good. I can't wait.
Okay. But not soon.
I hope not.
No, we got some more shows to do, but I think we're close to getting off the air.
Oh, good, because you have to try on the ski boots.
What happened to the last?
I forgot which one of your feet are bigger than the other. I brought 2 different ski boots for you to try on.
Yeah.
And I should have brought both.
My left is bigger, but I'll try.
Oh, well, that's okay, because the left boot I brought you here is a smaller one than the other one, so we'll know that if it fits your left foot, both of them will fit your left foot.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay, last song is my friend Martin.
Okay.
Whose last name I can't pronounce, so I never say it. Poor guy. Just have to check the show notes to get his name.
Okay.
So, thanks for listening.
And I hope everybody stays very warm this weekend. It's supposed to be quite cold.
Yeah, hey, sorry we missed last week.
Tomorrow?
We missed last week
Yeah,
for when, and
crummy,
we have to miss next week, I think, because I have to go help my brother in Ithaca, so I think that's... But we're still here.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. So, okay.
What are we going to go out on?
Off we go.
Okay.
It's called On My Way.
Look at you. Every song's so appropriate today.
I know, just by accident. Okay, take care. Happy Valentine's Day.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
I'll be on my way.
Moon shines on the path that's guiding me. Change my sweater 'cause it's changing weather and it's getting better day by day. It's getting better day by day. And I'll be on my way, yeah. I'll be on my shoulder. Now I'm getting older and so much time just fades away. See the light dim in western skies, bright purple colors in my eyes, and it's getting better day by day. It's getting better day by day. And I'll